Celebrating 25 years of media excellence and joyous moments. Hi there. I am Ajele Doku, last Friday of the month of love, and I hope you received some love this month. Well, I did from my whole beautiful crew. Welcome to Joy News Interactive right here on Joy News, your digital TV. We're also live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Join the conversation on social media at Joy News on TV. Also, our WhatsApp number is 0540109009. Send me a message and I'll gladly read it to the whole world. Trust me. Now to our first issue. That is kind of worrying, a very worrying one. The dreaded COVID-19, better known as coronavirus, has been detected in Nigeria and has got social media users worried and talking. Nigeria's health minister says the confirmed case involved an Italian citizen who traveled to Lagos, Nigeria's economic nerve center. Now, coronavirus Nigeria is trending crazy on Twitter. Now, let's read some of your tweets right about now. And this is from Praying Mantis. Says, I can't be looking for how to eat 3 times a day and still be looking for how to protect myself from contacting this virus. Oluwa have mercy. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. These are messages on Twitter when the outbreak was confirmed. And this is from Samson. He says, now that hashtag coronavirus has been discovered in Lagos, everybody should please take preventive measures. Nightclubs, go dry this weekend, Sha. My advice, stop jumping from one man to another or from one girl to another. God help us. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. Those are the tweets coming after the case was confirmed in Nigeria. This is from the Morris. He says, now in few weeks to come, watch every other country of the world ban flights from Nigeria. If we don't get on top of this situation, this is something we should have done for other infected countries. But incompetence said no. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. And that's another one. The Enigma, he says, with the first confirmed case of hashtag coronavirus Nigeria, 1, sanitizers will get expensive. 2, Nigerians will abuse chloroquine. 3, people will call on God more. 4, panic buying will ensue. 5, fake scare news will spring forth. And 6, boo-boo might travel less. Okay, stay safe and vigilant, y'all. Well, those are the things he's talking about. And it really happens every day. This is coming from Tutu of Port Harcourt. He said, just on Wednesday, WHO said that for the first time, the virus was spreading faster outside China, where it originated. And we just allowed a flight from the same country, Italy, casually come into Nigeria. I don't get it. Don't our leaders listen to news? Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. And those are the tweets on Twitter about the case that has been confirmed in Nigeria. And people are very worried about that. Hopefully, it won't even dare step here in Ghana. And this is coming from Last of the Boys. He said, it might interest you to know the world is wicked. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. He tagged something from Dion Kuntes, The Eyes of Darkness. I heard about this morning. Apparently, in this book that was published years ago, he talked about coronavirus that was going to come to pass. Well, I don't know about how true this is, but it's something I heard about this morning. This from Ivan Chuk. He said the worst part of hashtag coronavirus Nigeria, hashtag COVID-19, is that by the time you're confirming the 5th cases, you have roughly 358 contacts with those 5 due to poor social amenities and population. Banning flights to countries with confirmed cases should have been done since January 20th. I think he has a point there. More tweets coming in. This one says, it has finally happened. What is an Italian doing in Nigeria for God's sake? He came 25th and got sick 26th. What about those on the plane he boarded and those he had contacts with? Imagine Corona in Lagos with these unfortunate buses. And we can see the buses that they use in Nigeria, what we call church here. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. Wow. This is pretty serious. And that's a tweet says, when I ran towards my uncle that just landed at the airport, I see him coughing and sneezing unnecessarily. Hashtag coronavirus. So you can see a cheetah running for cover. And this one says the Nigerian government should have blacklisted every. Okay, that one, that too quickly. Because I have find it. Okay, we've read this one already. It has finally happened. This one says, woke up to the news that coronavirus has entered Lagos and somehow I'm unshaken. Poverty, malaria, hunger, Ebola have all come and gone. I'm still here. No be today. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. And I think that is a little, comforting. Yes. Poverty, malaria, hunger, Ebola, they all came through and we're still here. So yes, God is going to watch over us. And there's some more. It says, so now that coronavirus has been confirmed in Nigeria, what, apart from bathing with alcohol, chewing chloroquine like biscuits, people wearing face masks like Sub-Zero, what other dramatic experiments should we be expecting? Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. You can expect Twitter fans or Twitter family to create some lighter jokes out of it. This is from Acid. He says, where is that Nigerian pastor that said he would travel to China to battle coronavirus? Tell him that coronavirus paid a surprise visit and is waiting for him already in Lagos. Hashtag coronavirus Nigeria. And those are the comments coming. That's from Nigeria about the outbreak there. Just one citizen, somebody that just came back from Italy, if you just joined us. Now let's move on and talk about illegal mining. It has been it's been topical for some time now. President Akufo-Addo promised to end the menace when he assumed office and formed some committees to get the job done. Now, my colleague Lateef Idrisu reports an unannounced visit by the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, Kweku Asuma appears to give credence to concerns by sections of Ghanaians that the war on illegal mining is crumbling in spite of the many interventions.
It was the Oda Forest Reserve in January 2020. About 7 hectares of that forest reserve was pillaged by illegal miners. Today, it is the Fury River Forest Reserve in the Western region. 80 hectares of the 15,283 hectares of forest reserve has been pillaged by illegal miners who we are told operate deep at night.
Combined with the staff strength, the Forestry Commission staff strength here, we adopt a strategy with informants, and then those equipment are retrieved and most of the people are arrested. What is not motivating us enough is the punitive measures given by the court. Recently, you can see, as I told you, 7 people were arrested here. Precisely where we are just the Fury River. So all the punishment the court gave was 700 Ghana cedis as a penalty, and it was not motivating enough for our boys, because to gather resources and then arrest armed people, retrieve 2 pump machines, and at the end, at the risk of your life, and the court to award a penalty of 700 cedis for 600 cedis for the people to go scot-free, I think that is not motivating enough.
Dozens of artificial ponds created from abandoned mine outpits dotted the heavily battered forest reserve. One of the topical issues in the fight against illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey, has to do with the missing of some seized excavators. Responding to questions about the number of excavators that have been confiscated or sold, Mr. Asuma said,
no excavator has been sold, of which I am aware of. As I speak to you now, I'm yet to take full inventory together with the committee in charge of, interministerial committee, to ascertain the figures involved. You know, the law was recently amended just last year to give the Minister of Mines that opportunity to take charge of all such equipment. So I have spoken to my brother Frempong Boateng, my colleague, to go all out with my ministry so that we take inventory of such equipment, and then a formal handing over is made to the ministry.
And that was my colleague Lateef Idrisu report with the Minister of Land and Resources. And well, the Joint Military and Police Task Force against illegal mining are expected to withdraw from all their bases. I say withdraw from all their bases across the country starting today. Love FM's Erastus Don Kwasari, who reported this, says directive is coming from the corridors of power. In particular reference was the Chief of Defense Staff and the seat of government. So let me ask, are we winning the fight against illegal mining? Here are some of your views on social media, and I'm reading from Facebook. This from Nana Kwame says, the issue is since time immemorial, illegal mining has been a major source of income for the indigents of those areas. Any government who tries to ban it will face the wrath of the people because it will mean depriving them of their daily food for survival. Measures should have been put in place long ago from the time of independence. I must say that the government cannot fight it and win. And that's another one coming from Daniel Oheming. He said, we can't win when our government is deeply implicated in the activity. These are Facebook comments concerning the fight on illegal mining. And this comes from Kin Kala. He says, so who won? Anti-Galamsey or the foreign nationals in Galamsey? Or we wasted our time to fight for a lost battle? Abdul Idris says, I don't think so. Mahama Adodazi says, party no hiasika. Okay, party no hiasika. And Kelvin Landis says, was there a fight? That's the question he's asking. And it's coming from Charles Morris. Says, so if you withdraw them, who are those going to protect the land? And it's coming from Kojo. He says, we can win if the president is ready to name, shame, and fire the big men involved. Yakubu says, we can't win the fight against Galamsey because majority of those uncharged are corrupt. Those are messages coming from Facebook concerning the fight against illegal mining. This is from Frederick. He said, I cry for Mother Ghana. How so-called small-scale line-sent mining companies are destroying our land in Fanse Aqua South. How can they mine about 50 meters to houses? Have we got environmental protection agency in Ghana? Ghana is really sick and needs revolutionary method to heal it. That's coming from Ebenezer. He says, we have greedy politicians who are working and destroying our forests, and we have corrupt officers who go to them for money, but not the work assigned to them. There's some more. This is from Charles Boating. Says, even when the Vanguard were there, we were losing miserable. For them to leave, Galamsey will be worse in Ghana ever. This is from Charles. He says, their services were pivotal to fighting Galamsey. So now I don't know what strategy we are going to employ now. Those are comments coming on Facebook. And Wonder King says, this is to seem as if freedom to Galamsey, but guess what? It's due to the fact that the election is around the corner. You will still lose this election, Mr. President, no doubt. Musa Ali Koni says, yes, we can. Involve the chiefs. Take bold steps to assist. And Diane Kete says, I don't think so. Those are the comments coming on Facebook concerning illegal mining and the withdrawal of the Vanguard from all their bases. So now moving on, the latest survey conducted by the Afrobarometer in the judicial sector has revealed that more than 8 in 10 Ghanaians, that's 85%, say at least some judges and magistrates are corrupt. This includes 40% who say this about most or all of these court officials, according to the report. Afrobarometer studied judicial systems in some countries across the continent as part of its objectives to provide reliable data on Africans' experiences and evaluations of the quality of life, governance, and democracy. You have been reacting to this as well on our Facebook page. Let me read some of the comments. And this is from Michael Frank Pomboachi. He says, they are human beings and not machine. Why? Me cry, I corrupt past them. I like his sense of honesty. And this is from Mensa African. He says, I'm a direct beneficiary of a court judge in Ghana. It was the court clerk who was a middleman. Lawyers know this very well. Patrick says, we can't allow these surveys to be used in continuous downgrading of our noble institution. Let us be very careful with these surveys. Political magistrates and judges, that's coming from Emmanuel Brefo. In Ghana, from the president to the ordinary Ghanaian, is corrupt. And that's some real honesty. We all have our ways. More comments coming. Mick Ville says, who said 85? I think Afrobarometer did not go into details. is 95% of the judges are corrupt. My dad's land case is 27 years in court. It's 27 years now, still in court. Just one judgment in 2 years now. In Ghana, the law favor the rich and leave the poor to suffer. Echo says, why do they stress like this, though? And it's obvious some will corrupt and others, some will be corrupt and others not. But is there anyway? That's coming from Charles. And it's from John. He says, my concern is the appointment of judges by the president. Since the president has the direction to choose from among judges, he's most likely to appoint those who will be loyal to him and his party rather than the constitution. This, therefore, is most likely to corrupt judges. In the dispensation of justice, the president is very powerful. So we need an independent judiciary to check against the abuse of the seemingly unlimited powers. This cannot be achieved if the president continuously exercises his power to appoint judges. And this is from Kojo. So the most corrupt institution nowadays, they don't care about public outbursts in their political judgments. And it's coming from Sly Della. He says they are aware already and their conscience do haunt them. This is coming from Obiba. He says, in the mind of the ordinary Ghanaian, every office holder is corrupt. Guess why? Because he or she is also corrupt. I still maintain that corruption is at the people level. Everybody looking for shortcuts and ready to pay for it. Our failure to tackle corruption at national and government level have institutionalized it and have made corruption attractive for others. That's coming from Mutakilu. Those are your messages coming on the issue of Afrobarometer and our magistrates and judges. We'll take a quick breather, and when we come back, we'll do some more on JoyNews Interactive. And back from the break, it's JoyNews Interactive on your most credible news source, JoyNews, and it's a beautiful Friday. I'm super excited. Yeah, and it's the end of the month. Now let's talk about some football. In UEFA Europa League, Arsenal's dreams of progressing to the next stage of the UEFA Europa League ended on Thursday miserably after a loss to Olympiacos. Yes, I'm a Ghana fan, and I'm very hurt about that. Manchester United cruised to the next stage thanks to the comfortable win at home over club Brugge. Can Manchester United go all out and win the contest? Now we post this up, and on Facebook, everybody is commenting on this one. And yes, glory, glory, Man United. We're winning the cup this time around. Forget Premier League. Oh, these United fans, they're so happy. And it's coming from Prince Mensa Cruz. He said, yes, we are winning it. Man U fans as usual. Yes, even Kotoko can win it. Are you serious? It's from Kwesi Francis. United can win simple cry. And Abdullah Anan says, yes, we can. And I'm really envious of the United fans right about now. Robert Yao Eliklim says, I believe they can win it with the addition of Bruno Fernandes and the return of Rashford from injury. I'm not sure. Now, before we go now, let's do our most watched videos of the week. The first one that had over 70K views, 573 shares, and 72 comments was a story from UDS on food vendors in Tamale selling food contaminated with salmonella. And our second most viewed was with 69.3K views, 159 shares, 73 comments. And it was a story from Ebony's accident site and what had been done to it after 2 years of her passing. And our final one was Sunyani's residents assaulted for failing to mourn late Queen, and that was very bad. 61K views, 372 shares, and 1.4K comments. And those are the most watched on our social media sites on JoyNews TV, at JoyNews on TV, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also go and check them out. And that's all we have for you on this beautiful Friday. It's a beautiful weekend. We'll be traveling, going around. Please put on your seatbelts. Be mindful of other road users and pedestrians. Please watch out and arrive alive. My name is Ajele Doku. We'll be back on Monday with more on JoyNews Interactive. Enjoy yourself.